on Christmas.
Day 19? Yeah, 19 of the war on Christmas. It's like it's almost over. That means Christmas is almost here. Bad luck, everybody. So I guess today is a bit of story time, really, because what I want to talk about is the way people kind of become monsters around Christmas, especially when dealing with sort of service sector employees. Yeah, people don't really deal well with stress, and this feels like a very stressed time of year, and it is, because like at its very basic level, people act quite strange when they're having guests round, and they panic about stuff, and they overorder stuff, and there's a whole bit of people go crazy. I don't understand it, but they do. And when you combine this with the fact that on the day that people are coming around, everywhere's closed, and then if you combine that with other things being shut for the whole Christmas period, from bank holiday to bank holiday effectively, that means if you need something and it's a day or two before Christmas, you might be talking 2 weeks before you get that item if you don't get it there and then. And if it's some sort of service, you're screwed in that case. Now, a very basic example of this is someone working in a large shop. If something's out of stock, people are panicking, saying, "I've looked everywhere for this thing and you don't have it. How can I get this somehow?" And it's like, well, no, it's out of stock. They will say to the person who's just stacking shelves in Marks and Spencer's, "You've ruined Christmas because I needed pigs in blankets and you don't have any pigs in blankets. What do I do now?" Well, you buy sausages and you buy bacon and you make them yourself. No, you've ruined Christmas. I've mentioned before I used to work in a credit union processing loans for people. There were lots of loans around Christmas. And there would be a deadline. This is the latest point where you can hand in an application and we can guarantee to have it read and approved if we're going to approve it by Christmas. And people would be really upset if they came in a day later and gave it to us and said, "Look, we can't guarantee this will get done." And they'll be like, "What do you mean you can't guarantee? How long can it take to do it?" But the problem is that there's a whole backlog of ones that need to be done, and people will work overtime to get them done for that point in time, but they won't be able to promise something that is faster than they can do. It's the whole point of having a deadline is to say, now we have time to catch up. And these people didn't cope very well with this idea, and obviously I mentioned in the earlier video that I don't really think it's healthy to be getting out a loan to pay for Christmas, but they can do what they want in that case. But yeah, they have to get in before deadline, and they got properly mad. And the other example I want to use is that I also used to work for a company that did like insurance stuff for home appliances, but I was working in the complaint department, and people would phone up, and like if your boiler was broken in late December, that's a serious issue. So there'll be people going, "Look, I need this fixed as soon as you can." It's like, and that was something we would do, it'd be a priority. And we even had a policy where if it was someone's fridge or cooker, we would go out of our way to make it as fast as we could to try and get done before Christmas. Obviously, there was a point, if you got to December 23rd and you phoned up, said, "Look, my fridge is broken down," it's like, there is nothing we can do. We can get it fixed the way we get it any other time of year fixed, but we physically can't get it done by Christmas. There's not enough time left. And people were mad, like furious, saying, "Oh, you've ruined Christmas for me by not being able to do this." Like, well, I can't magic a fridge out of thin air. You have to offer me something to work with here. But the one that really stuck with me forever, and one of the things that did my head in when I was doing this job, and the reason why I don't do it anymore, is a woman phoned up and her coffee machine had broken. And we weren't willing to replace her coffee machine before the period of time her contract stipulates you have to replace it by, so we had to try and repair it first. And she uttered the words to me, "But I like to have a latte on Christmas morning, and now I can't, and that's your problem." And I don't understand how you can deal with that sort of person. You have to remember that other people exist and other people are doing stuff at this time of year. They're all trying to get through it. They're just getting paid shit wages to do it with. Offer them some help. Be compassionate. I understand when your demands are serious and when they're just something that can be worked out. And if there's one less bottle of wine at your Christmas table, so be it. If you're not going to have a latte on Christmas morning, instant coffee technically is drinkable, so try that.